XCN OnyxCoin is about to make the top 100 cryptocurrency. You guys can see right here, this thing is up 143% in the last day. If we have a look at the week, this thing is up 410% and 1,218% in the last 2 weeks. I know it says months right here, 2 months, but this thing literally since January 16, this thing has been going absolutely parabolic. And we're going to be having a look at the why. What is Onyx Chain, Onyx Coin, XCN? A lot of people have been coming to my YouTube channel and commenting, XCN's going to the moon. You're about to miss out. XCN cover, it's an XRP. What's going on? XCN. This literally has been the story of crypto in the past couple of weeks. I mean, nothing, literally nothing is up that high unless it's Trump coin, obviously, in the past, couple of weeks. So we could see right here, even if you go in the top 300 or in the top 400, nothing is up that high. Okay, so yes, you got this coin right here in the top 400, but if we actually have a look right here at XCN, this thing is sitting at a market cap of $910 million. Okay, so right below $1 billion. You guys can see right here, it did peak out in the last bull market at $3.4 billion. By the way, if you guys do like this content or these type of videos, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, because guess what? Only 14% of people who are watching this video are actually subscribed. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It would really, really mean a lot to me. Anyways, having a look right here at Onyx Chain going down, you could see that 24-hour volume is absolutely skyrocketing through the roof, sitting at $1.3 billion. Now, what's interesting about this is that it is still not yet listed on Binance. Okay, so yes, it's listed on Coinbase, it's listed on Bitum, KuCoin, Gate.io, Kraken, MEXC. It's listed on pretty much every exchanges out there, but it's not listed on Binance. And the big question is, when will Onyx Chain or XCN be listed on Binance? So you guys can see right here, obviously, this thing did make a nice little regular head and shoulder right here before pretty much crashing down. And in the bear market, it was just, pretty much dead. It was, the volume was like $2 million, $3 million, sometimes like $300,000. If we have a look at it in terms of market cap, you guys can see it was floating at the 48-35 region for a very, very long time before absolutely skyrocketing and going parabolic. And the big question is, can this really be the next XRP? Now, we know that the total supply, or the circling supply, I guess you should say, is sitting at $31 billion. That means that if Onyx or XCN chain or coin does go to $1, the market cap would be $31 billion, which would be pretty darn high. So can this thing go to $1? I don't know, but of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't really know much about this coin. I'm not holding this coin. Should you essentially buy this coin when this thing is absolutely going parabolic? Maybe, maybe not. I did do some research. A lot of people thought that this had to do with maybe, the JP Morgan token or whatever they had to do. So you guys can see right here that this was one of the tweet that someone said. XCN, interesting, no affiliation with JP Morgan Singapore. So this was JP Morgan payment Onyx coin system. I know a lot of people got hyped from that, and a lot of people started to essentially buy from that, even though this tweet is from September 23rd. A lot of people started talking about JP Morgan, and then I went on Grok on Twitter, and I said, does XCN coin have a connection with JP Morgan? Now, this is not to FUD or anything like that, but I do want to make it clear that based on available information, XCN Onyx Chain or Onyx Coin does not have a direct connection with JP Morgan. Here's a breakdown to the relationship. JP Morgan Blockchain Initiative. JP Morgan has its own blockchain initiative known as Onyx. Okay, so it's kind of like the same, which was rebranded Kinix. This includes a digital payment system called Kinix Digital. So obviously not really related to that, but there has been a little bit confusion and clarification. So I would be very, very careful, especially if you're on leverage. If you're on spot, you can do whatever you want. But if you're on leverage, guys, would I short this? Definitely not. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, this thing is up, the freaking 2,000% in the past month, 2 months. Let's just short it. This could easily be an 85% pullback. No. I don't think it's going to be like that. I don't think it's going to be this easy, because assuming there's a Binance listing around the corner, you could actually get wrecked. So I would not short this at all, and I would not long this on spot or on futures. But let's have a look right here. The backbone of decentralized Web3. Something that's very, very interesting that I found on the white paper is this disclaimer right here. XCN tokens are not securities. So we know that Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum are not securities. Investment or investment contracts, nor should they be constructed as such. Rather, XCN tokens are meant of accessing the governance model of Onyx protocol. The material published by Onyx DAO are for informational purposes only and do not to the provision of advisory services regarding investment, tax, legal, financial, whatever, etc. So the fact that they're saying that this is not a security is actually very, very interesting. We're gonna have to see where this goes in the near future. I know there is a lot of hype about this, but what's really, really interesting about all this is that it's still not yet listed on Binance. I mean, it's listed on KuCoin, it's listed on Coinbase, Bitum. It is doing $1.3 billion in volume. I don't know if this is listed on perpetuals on Binance. It's still not, which is actually very, very interesting because Binance usually lists before Coinbase. So, in my opinion, yes, is there room for growth? Yes, I think this can still pump. I'm assuming that once we do get listed on Binance, we're most likely going to see a pump blow off top before a nice little correction. We're going to have to see. But if we have a look right here, this is a 3-day, obviously. If we have a look at the 4-hour time frame, this thing started pumping. What happened after a massive, massive pump? We essentially consolidated. After this consolidation, got tighter and tighter and tighter. We essentially exploded, and you guys can see this was a very, very good clean confirmation because of the regular volume right here. You guys can see every time we have a strong volume on XCN token, this thing usually explodes. And pretty much that's about it on the 1-hour time frame. There's not really so much analysis to do, guys. Obviously, in my opinion, if I were you guys, I would probably wait for kind of like a consolidation period right here, because we could see right here in the past, I don't want to say 24 hours, but since 23rd of June at 2 p.m. So yeah, 24 hours ago, this thing is up 148%. So overall, I would be careful. Like I said, I would not short, I would not long, because there's going to be a lot of volatility. You guys can see right here. I mean, just going up and down a little bit, we're looking at like a 10x, I mean a 10% pump to the downside or dump to the downside. So I would be very, very, very careful. I would wait for a consolidation, maybe some sort of pattern to create over here. You guys can see, if I have a look at the stochastic RSI, what's actually very interesting about the stochastic RSI is that not only are we increasing right here, but we are also, like, the stochastic RSI is pulling back. So obviously this is usually a bullish pattern, and it usually means that the RSI is looking to reverse right here and maybe increase another pump. So we're gonna have to see what happens on the 4-hour time frame. Obviously every time frame does tell a different story. It looks like we do want to reverse right here on the stochastic RSI. This is why, another reason why I wouldn't get in. So you guys can see right here on the, I don't want to say the short term or the long term, but in the medium term, it looks like we do want to reverse. So maybe a correction could be back right here, because we know historically when we do have these breakouts right here, we usually come back and retest. Now, what would be the correction from here? It would be a 50% correction. So it's a very, very interesting point right here. And if I actually take a look at the Fibonacci levels right here and I actually extend that, you guys can actually see it's a very, very, very important and interesting level. Like, let me just retrace this real quick. Now, we know historically, by the way, guys, every time we have a pump, what you want to do is take the retracement tool, put it from where the pump started, which was literally right here, 15th of January 2025. We exploded and consolidated and then exploded again. Now, typically when we do have these type of explosions, we usually come back and retest the 50%, and if not, the golden pocket, which is sitting at the 0.618 Fibonacci level. So in my opinion, if this keeps on going up and there's still volume around this area right here, I would be looking for a long. That would be essentially my entry. I would not get in right now, and I would also not short at this level right here, because we could definitely see something like this happening, boom, exploding to the upside. So I would be very, very careful. By the way, if you guys do want to join my Discord, talk about XCN or other cryptocurrencies, make sure you guys join my Discord. The link will be in the description below, and I will see you guys in my next